Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. Hopefully a pretty quick video, but it depends how much information you want, right? So lately I've shown a couple of sets of injectors and some internals like these, explaining some of the differences. Some of the videos might not be out yet. I don't know what order things are going to come out, but basically what I want to say is I suspect this is a set of Bailey's injectors, and just to be clear what a set of Bailey's is, they're Denso injectors, they're rebuilt. Bailey's, at their choice, reuse, manufacture and rebuild these injectors and call them blueprinted, and not necessarily saying in general there'd be anything wrong with that. It sounds good in theory, especially if you're getting parts manufactured that are supposedly better and doing better machining than OEM, which we don't know whether that is or isn't happening. In some other videos we've shown some problems with a few different components and stuff like that, but credit where credit's due. I believe this is a set of Bailey's injectors. I've just stripped them down for the free contamination check, and these are the internal components. I'll tell you more about those, and then I'm going to give the owner of these injectors a call and just try to find about a bit rewind that one a bit, try and find out a little bit more information for my own information and for anyone else here that wants to have a listen and do a bit of candid camera, see if we catch him off guard or not. I'll be honest, I did just text him, say, hey mate, are you around? Are you up for a phone call for a couple of minutes? And he said, yep, give me a call. So he's sort of going to be expecting a call, but he doesn't know what about or anything like this. All he knows is he sent his injectors back for the free contamination check. Somebody in a video asked, tell us about that. Well, what it is when you purchase the injector kit from us, right? And the way you do that, you send me a text message with your name, your vehicle details. It's not about that, but I like to include it because people keep asking the question. So watch the other videos and you'll learn how everything works by watching all the videos. But when you do that, you do the job, get the old injectors back to me ASAP. There's a few things we can lend you. There's a couple of freebies. So you just need to watch the videos to do with the purchase before you purchase. But the point is, you send these back, we strip them down, and I'll just give you one of the bad examples here, free contamination check, right? So that's a contaminated one, right? And this is what they should look like. See, nice and shiny silver, not rusty like that, And it's a very rare problem that, we find these ones with contamination, but it does happen. So the point of this is, he sent them back for the contamination check. Please send back the red caps. Please send back the crow's foot if you finish with it. Please send back the dowel. If you don't know what I'm talking about, when you watch the videos to purchase the injectors, you'll know what I'm talking about. So this is the free contamination check. Let's not confuse things. We'll get those back out of the picture again. They're the injectors, and those are the components that come out of what we believe are the Bailey's injectors. So let's give Daryl a call and see if he can give us some more information. I've just pressed call, phone, put on loudspeaker. Here it is, you can hear it ringing. He doesn't know we're doing a video, so I'll tell him.
Hi mate.
G'day mate, how you going?
Oh, not too bad.
That's good. I'll just let you know something. I'm just doing a little video, so we're actually in the video, all right? So I know you never swear or do anything wrong like that, but if you don't mind, if we can try and keep it clean, and if you don't mind, just going to ask you a couple of questions. If you don't mind, we'll just have it in the video. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
No worries, mate. What are you up to today?
I've just finished off the big front end job on the Hilux.
Oh yeah, nice. How'd you go?
Yeah, not too bad. I didn't have a press to do the bearings on the pulleys, so I managed to get one off Catch of the Day for $129. So
oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, to do the bearings in the on the drive up, yeah.
With a vice and that before,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I thought, well, I do bearings and other things at other times,
Yeah,
spare time. So
that's all right, no dramas. Okay, so what I wanted to ask you about with these injectors now, how long have you owned the vehicle for? I haven't looked at the messages, so I've forgotten. Different cars all day, every day.
I've had the car for just under 2 years.
Yep.
And
Okay.
I've done 38,000 kilometres in it.
Right. How many Ks has it got on it now?
It's got 355.
It's a lot of Ks, yeah. So I was going to say, probably likely they'd been replaced at some stage, the injectors, I would have thought. And what I'm looking at probably confirms that, but you're not going to know about this, I don't think.
Yep.
Where did you buy it from? Did they say anything about the injectors being replaced? Was it private?
He said they were replaced about 80,000 Ks before I bought it.
Yep, okay, yep.
He lived in Mansfield area.
Oh yeah, yep, okay.
So I'm not sure where they were done.
Yep, that's right. He didn't tell you what they were, where he got them from or anything like that?
No, he didn't say anything like that. He was just wanted to give me the car. So
okay. And to keep it unbiased, so how did the vehicle drive before with these injectors? Was it quiet, noisy, smooth, blowing smoke? Any sort of descriptive, anything you've got, or?
Yeah, so in the morning it was rattly, which
Yep.
led me to look up more information, which I found you guys and stuff like that.
Yep.
Did a lot of research on it.
Yep.
It went well, like it hammered it, so to speak.
Yep.
But it did. If you put your foot down, it did blow a lot of black smoke out the back, which
Yeah, right.
I thought maybe it's got a tune.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it has. I don't think it has.
This is all starting to make sense. Keep talking. That's it. Good. Yeah.
It's got a catch can on it.
Yep. Okay.
So, and it's got a 3-inch exhaust all the way through, which someone's put on after, which gives it quite a fair sort of a note.
Yeah. Righty.
So,
okay.
But rattly in the morning, and when
Yep.
it warmed up, it would be okay. Doing about 110 on the freeway,
Yep.
it would, if you backed off a little bit, like almost like the lash on the freeway, it would have a defined rattle.
Yep. Okay.
So, which led to me, I thought, well, this thing's not running really well, but
Yep.
it's
And
got some sort of issue with it.
And the injectors have been replaced now. How is it now with the injectors replaced with brand new, genuine Densos?
Heaps quieter.
Yep.
It seems to have lost power though.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Okay. Yep. Okay. So
maybe it's just running normal.
you were used to a bit of a race car. So this is all starting to make sense, and that's why I sort of started this video, and I text you saying, hey, if we can have a call, that'd be good, just for a bit of my own, we say R&D, we're not really doing the D part, but a bit of R mainly, a bit of research and just learning R and L, R&T, I think I call it the other day, R and something was R&T, I don't know what T stand for, but anyway, definitely not R&D. But what this looks like, it's a set of Bailey's injectors, right? So, because they've got DLC coating on the nozzle needles, the command piston, all that, unlike what Denso do, okay? So we've got those here in the video for anyone to see. So that's, I suppose, a positive looking at them, going, oh yeah, that's good. But when you say, it was a bit noisy, it just goes to show, even if you've got that DLC coating, they can still be noisy. And what I'm going to demonstrate in this video, which you'll probably get to have a look at later, I'm not sure when, but you'll probably pick it out if you're watching, on the nozzle needles. Right now while I'm talking, I'm trying to do I've got a bit of light, I don't know if anyone's going to be able to see it, but you can see the wear on the nozzle needles, similar to what's happening with the genuine DLC coated nozzles. So I think they're going to wear on the nozzles anyway. It may have been that, but I've also said about how, using old injector bodies, and even it doesn't matter how good the internals are, if you're using a lot of the old components isn't going to be helpful either. So, and what I think, what happened years ago, they started doing this, what they called the 5%ers, and it all started by the injectors that were worn and they couldn't get them, and I'm not sure if it was to do with machining, but they couldn't get them to within specification, so it was like 5% over fueling. So then they sold them as 5%ers, and kind of like, gives you a bit more power, and it got popular, this whole tuning thing, and the remaps and the chips and the exhausts and the, and then the injector nozzles, these days you hear of the 30% nozzles, getting 30% nozzles, this sort of talk, so it's gone from 5%, 10%, 20%, 30%. Who knows what this was set up at, but in recent times, and when you say 80,000 Ks before, so I reckon these were probably done, only maybe 3 years ago then, maybe, by the sounds of it. Does that sound right, mate, or longer than that?
Well, I'm not sure. He was pretty vague.
Yeah.
Ben, I'll copy up the bush. He just bought a new Land Cruiser V8U.
Yep.
And this thing was, it had a hard life.
Yep.
So, but in saying that, I got it very, very cheap.
Yep.
For an SR5 Highlight 37.
Yep.
So I was prepared to spend money on it, but I hadn't spent a cent on it until, until I started watching videos and doing a bit of history, hunting through it. And I worked at Toyota and went through the third stages of injectors getting replaced under warranty for a long time in the year, 2010s and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I knew a fair bit about it. I knew that I'd have to do them a lot on the track anyway. But as I said to you ages ago, we've got hopefully a big trip coming up soon when we get our lockdown up towards the centre of Australia. We want to make sure this thing's 100% right.
Absolutely, do everything you can. That's it. Yep.
Do it once, do it right.
That's it. So I guess the good and bad news is, the good news is, well, assuming, we can't be 100% about this, but the only reason that would make sense that it's, a lot less powerful is that they were over fueling. They were maybe 10, 20 or 30% sort of thing So the good news is, well, it's not doing that anymore, but the bad news is it's not doing that anymore, you know. So not as much fun under the right foot, but remembering, you know, the 4-cylinder thing and the, you know, I mean, the Hilux aren't as big as the Prado and whatever, but then with the towing and that, you know, they're doing a lot of work. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And it's, you know, it's done 355,000 Ks. So the engine itself is going to be a little bit tired compared to something which has done 120,000 Ks.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, that's right. Well, that being said, though, I've checked compression on a lot of vehicles in the high low 400s, and I still get even 200,000 K range, and you get engines that are totally caked, and you go, oh, and I've had 400 PSI out of these sorts of engines, you know, so they really, as far as compression goes, they hold on really well. If the valve clearances are good, that's why I just believe they're a really solid engine from what I've seen. But anyway, yeah.
Oh, well, it's good. Oh, well, I'm just happy it's not contamination.
That's it, yeah, no, it's all clear, mate. No, that's why I said, no, it's all good, but yeah, just wanted to suss out, because I couldn't remember, and if the history, if you knew that they were Baileys or not or whatever, so I'll say it for the video and for everyone, I'll say I'm 99% sure, I'm probably more than that, but they're the only injectors. I've got some other internals here out of other injectors that we'll go through in the rest of the video anyway, but thanks for your time, mate. I'm glad you had fun getting the BFE done, and it sounds like you got it all done now, so you're in business, mate.
Belt wouldn't go on, but I must have had around the wrong pulley, or was caught on. It was actually caught on down by the timing.
Yeah, on an extra bolt or something like that. Yeah,
yeah. Bottom bolt coming out, and I was swearing and carrying on. I was getting dark. The Aussies were biting me, and the kids were whinging.
Okay,
so,
fair enough.
Anyway.
Mozzies, don't remind me. I think they're starting to get around, you know, with a bit of warmth and that. So yeah.
I did the compensation. I got the guy down the road. Some electricity, put them all in.
Yep.
So that was right.
Yep.
I've done the SCV. That's all in. The big front end. So there's not much else really I can do to it. Just looking at the intercooler, some of the fins look a little bit bent over, a little bit rough at the back there, and stuff like that. I do a bit more investigations. Have you had any success with putting a bigger intercooler on it? Or?
Mate, I haven't done anything with intercoolers yet, but that's a good point, and I'm trying to make time to make a video on intercoolers, and I haven't gathered all of my information yet, but I've got a client who provided me some information about an intercooler he put on. It was only, if I remember correctly, about the $300 mark, which I thought was pretty good, and I'd consider it, because I think, look, I don't think these suffer like some other performance vehicles do, needing a bigger intercooler, but he believes it's Australian made, so if it's Australian made for around $300, A, I'll be surprised, and A, I want to confirm, B, I want to confirm it, and I wouldn't mind, you know, it looked good, it looked like an upgrade, so, but I haven't done anything, and I'm certainly not the expert on it.
Yeah, I know, I looked into it a little bit further, I forget what the name of they were called, it's Australian made, but they weren't $300, they were $1,395.
Yeah, that'd be more like what I'd expect anyway,
but
so.
I was saying that of a Hilux, you look at it, about a 7% gain. So on other cars like a Ranger, they're looking at 20% gain. So
so that's what I mean. It depends vehicle to vehicle on the heat created and how efficient the intercooler really is, and it all comes down to what climates as well. So if you're in Tassie and Victoria in colder weather, there's going to be like no benefit, but if you're up north where it's hotter all the time, then you're going to get more benefit from a more efficient, effective intercooler, you know. So
definitely.
But anyway, it's all good, mate. I'll let you go. Thanks for that. Thanks for your time, and mate, talk to you soon.
I'll keep watching.
Take it easy. Thanks, mate. See ya. Bye. All right, guys. So that was Dazza, and so we'll just finish off by, if you're still around, thanks for hanging around. So they're the Baileys. They're the internals, just to give you an idea. It might be hard for you to see because, you know, it's the whole light thing, you know, there's a bit of light. If I turn off, it's dark. So it's a hard one. But look, they haven't got the normal wear where the DLC's worn off on some of the other Bailey's command pistons we've seen, which is good. These may have been done after they changed their honing machine. We believe that they knew there was an issue with the old machine that, you know, sort of like roughed up the guts of the internals possibly, and that's what caused the wear. And back in around, I think if I remember correctly, 2016 they purchased a pretty awesome honing machine, and from then I think that would have sorted out that issue, which is why we're not seeing the wear here, I believe. Doesn't mean there's not other issues, but look, it's your choice, guys, whether you go for, you know, rebuilt, blueprinted, whatever you call it, or go for genuine. You know, we recommend only genuine. And the difference, the reasons why we think they're Baileys, we'll see if you can compare the difference in the colour of the DLC coating. I don't know if you can see the difference, but the genuine DLC is a lot darker. This is, and I think it is, I'm not an expert on DLC coatings, I can tell you it's harder material and it's got less friction, so therefore it lasts better for longer. But I've been given other information from people that certainly know more about it than me, and if I remember correctly, it's either titanium or a type of titanium. And looking at this, the lighter colour, it is, I would have said, yeah, it's like a titanium coating, and it probably is. I'm not a metallurgist or whatever, I'm not the expert on that stuff. So that's how some of the genuine, the DLC coated nozzles come in the same part number injector as these, if you like. And that's obviously how they were early days. We showed those in another video recently. And of course, that's your command pistons without any coating whatsoever. And you can see, I've demonstrated in other videos, but you can see how bad the wear on the command piston is, and that causes some problems for their operation. So it is really good having a coating like that. But look, you know, I suppose that concludes what we wanted to demonstrate, and that is, I suppose that answers some questions with, you know, sometimes, oh, you know, it went well and now it's lost power. Well, lost power, but just remember what he said about it blowing smoke. So, you know, it made noise, it blew smoke. Well, this is the thing, when things aren't right, the engine's, you know, I mean, it's got to be set up to run clean, you know, efficiently, longevity, you know, better for everyone's health and environment, whatever. If they're set up in such a way that they are over-fueling, it may work for performance and under some conditions, but the conditions have got to be throughout the throttle range for on-road use, right? They're not race cars, they're four-cylinder diesel. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you got some information out of that. Like always, if you can, give us a thumbs up if you like that one. And if you haven't already, if it's the first video or you've only seen a few, you might want to have a look at the comments and get like everybody else and make sure you're subscribed, turn that bell on, and get watching all the older videos. There's a whole heap of information there, and it's a bada boom, bada bing. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out of here.